Alrighty, welcome here to Game 2 at Reed Field. I'd like to apologize, bit of a late start here as had some difficulty getting the scoreboard working, of course. Game 2, a doubleheader in Minnesota sports, high school sports, I should say. Alternating, so each team gets a quote-unquote home game here, so even though it is, of course, at Reed Field here in Barnesville, Hawley will actually be the home team. So it's the bottom of the first inning here. First inning for Barnesville, no runs tacked on there. So once again, apologies about getting this game up later than possible. Had some difficulties getting the scoreboard up as well as getting the streaming service that the software was just crashing a little bit. But thankfully, the very least, we can get you a camera feed. And I will try my best to try and act as your scoreboard as we'll be reading off the pitch count and the inning and score fairly often there as that pitch goes in. Count is 3-1 with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Game 2 here. Game 1 was taken by the Nuggets. It was a 9-8 thriller as that one's chopped over towards the third baseman. Over to first. A nice little stretch by the first baseman. That'll be the third out of the inning. So 0-0 your score here. No runs and no hits for the Nuggets in the bottom of the first. 0-0 your score after one. Got a little pitcher's duel going on right now through one inning. We'll be right back right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Reed Field. About to get the top of the second inning underway here in Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Trojans and the Nuggets. Seeing some new faces out here on the field and in the lineup for both these teams. We'll go through the lineups here quickly before this inning gets started. For Hawley, Bratch, Cleveguard, Dahl, Spur, Spillum, Thompson, Acri, Carlisle, and Geiders are the 9 batters. And for the Trojans, we're going to be looking at Quincy Morey, Peyton Pana, Noah Kraus, Caleb Jablonski, Bryce Kruger, Travis Affield, Carson Hagen, Asher O'Brien, and Jack Olson rounding things out for the Trojans. Going to be Spillum on the mound here for the Hawley Nuggets as he's getting his warm-ups in here. One final pitch. Getting fired in there, and due up for the Trojans going to be Bryce Kruger back at catcher. Now donning a few purple sleeves as it gets maybe a little bit chillier here as the sun starts to go down. Myself bundling up a little bit more, throwing on a jacket, which I know my mom at home watching is going to be thrilled to hear. Big proponent of making sure you dress for the weather, as she would always say. That pitch going in for a ball to make it a 1-0 count. Swung on and missed. That'll make it 1-1. With no outs here in the top of the second. 0-0 ball game here for those of you just tuning in. A few technical difficulties caused me to start the game about a half inning later. So 0-0 so far. So I guess fortunately, silver line, haven't missed a whole lot of action. That one's fouled off, make it a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one's going to be chopped up the middle. Shortstop charging in, going to be a tough play. He fires over to first. That's over the first baseman's head. And Kruger will hold up at first. So that'll put a runner on first with no outs. And that'll bring up Travis Affield. will be at first base, donning the number 20. And they'll also get a courtesy runner here at first base for Kruger. It's going to be Brody Gray heading over to first base. So runner on first with 0 outs in the top of the second inning here for the road team, if you will, the Trojans. As I mentioned earlier, with the Minnesota Sports high school baseball season this year, and I'd imagine softball too, doubleheaders, each team getting a home game in the doubleheader. So Trojans were the home side in the first game, and it'll be the Hawley Nuggets here in game 2. Pickoff throw back to first, unsuccessful. So Affield will take the first pitch of the at-bat for ball 1 from Spillum. One and 0 the count here with 0 away. Spillum's pitch on the way, and that is going to be fouled off, it looks like. So as Gray broke for a second, he'll have to head back. And they'll make it a 1-1 count. Affield settles back in, as does Spillum. One. And that one is going to be chopped and through the hole. Nice effort right there by the second baseman to try and stop it. But that's going to dribble through for a single. That'll put Affield on. There's runners on first and second now with 0 away. Due up now is Carson Hagen. Batting leadoff in the first game. Now will be in the 7 hole for the second game. He had a big-time 2-run double in the 6th inning last time around. Hagen, that'll be a line drive. Getting through the hole, and that's a base hit. Heading home and scoring will be Gray. Affield will go to third and sliding in safely. That's a 1-run single for Carson Hagen. And it's 1-0 in favor of Barnesville. They jump out on top here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 the score, a runner on first, a runner on third, and 0 outs. So a good start here for the Trojans as they get the bats going.
Second baseman, number 8, Asher O'Brien.
That'll bring up Asher O'Brien, who will be at second base here, as he was in the first game. Batting in that 8th spot. First pitch of the at-bat on the way from Spillum, and that one is popped up high. Playable for the catcher, and he'll not be able to make the catch right there. That one sneaking just by him. So instead of an out, that'll be strike 1. And it's an 0-1 count. Spillum checks the runner at first. Now we'll set up out of the stretch. The 0-1 pitch on the way. In the dirt to make it a 1-1 count. Hagen at third and Affield at third, Hagen at first. Both getting a little bit of a lead off. And Hagen will break for second. Nice bunt right there to get it down. And O'Brien can't beat out the throw, but he will bring home Affield and put Hagen on second. Textbook sacrifice bunt right there by O'Brien. That'll bring home a run and make it 2-0 for the Trojans. And only 1 out as they get O'Brien at first, but that'll put Hagen on second. And now the number 9 hitter, Jack Olson, back in center field. He'll dig in with 1 out and a runner on second. Spillum's pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Make it a 1-0 count. One 0 from Spillum. That one is high for ball 2. Hitters count here 2-0 for Olson. Two-0 pitch on the way as Hagen will get a bit of a lead right there, a bit of a secondary lead as they call it. That pitch outside the zone, that'll make it a 3-0 count here. So definitely tipping the scales in the favor of Jack Olson here in this at-bat. And he'll take that one as it drops in for a strike, 3-1. Spillum fires on a 3-1 count. That one fouled down the line. And just like that, it's a full count. As Spillum will try and battle back here and get an out. There's one away here in the inning, but it's been a Barnesville inning so far as they've tacked home 2 runs. And a runner in scoring position with 1 out. They might be looking at 1 more here with a base hit. That one fouled straight back to keep the count full. Payoff pitch on the way from Spillum. That one popped up. Catcher barreling over, as is Spillum, and he can't quite make the catch. So that ball will die in the grass, and it'll remain at a full count here as the pressure starting to mount in this at-bat. Spillum delivers on a full count, and he got him. Got him looking, strike 3 right at the knees. That'll be out number 2 of the inning here for the Nuggets.
For the Trojans, right fielder Quincy Moore.
And that'll bring back up the top of the order here. Quincy Morey batting leadoff out in the outfield for the Trojans. Morey, a lefty, just like yours truly, will settle in and foul off the first pitch for strike 1. Now, of course, they have the term southpaw for a lefty pitcher, but as far as I know, they don't really have a term like that for a lefty hitter. Might have to dig into my brain and come up with one. Oh, one pitch is fouled off to make it 0-2 with 2 away. Runner on second is Carson Hagen, who was the leadoff hitter in the previous game. Also on the mound for the Trojans here in game 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Spillum will try and limit him to 2 runs in this inning, and he got him swinging. Strike 3. Swing and a miss right there, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning as Spillum will get out of it. But it's 2 runs for the Trojans here in the top of the 2nd as they get their bats going. They're up out on top, 2-0 over the Nuggets. Nuggets will get their turn to hit coming up here soon on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Bottom of the 2nd coming up right after a word from your sponsor.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and IsoClean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Welcome back to Reed Field here in Barnesville, Minnesota. Quick update for those of you that might just be filing in and joining in. Once again, I would like to apologize for our delayed start here as we missed the top of the 1st inning. 2-0 your score here. Also like to explain the lack of scoreboard. Unfortunately, a little bit of some technical difficulties with the software that we're using to stream these games, and I wasn't quite able to figure out a resolution in time, so for the time being, I'll just try my best to sort of act as your own scoreboard, as be trying my best to say the score and almost said time of the game, inning and pitch count, stuff like that as best as I can. Of course, those of you that followed the Magnitude Sports broadcast coverage of the basketball season knows all about my term verbal scoreboard. So for those of you Barnesville fans tuning in for some baseball as well that followed the hoops action, it is the return of the verbal scoreboard, and we'll start the bottom of the second inning off with a strike. That's a good pitch to catch the outside of the zone from Hagen. Hagen came in for relief in Game 1, had some solid innings, and gets the starting nod here in Game 2 as that one's fouled off. The third baseman and the left fielder couldn't quite make the play right there. That'll make it an 0-2 count. 2-0 your score right now, a 2-run top of the second for the Trojans as they get the bats going. They hold the lead. And on a 0-2 count, that one hit hard towards the third baseman. Jablonski can't quite field it. That'll get the inning started here for the Nuggets. So up next will be Spillum, as Spur, the Game 1 starter, reaches first, and now the Game 2 starter digs into the batter's box. Spillum will take that for ball 1. Runner on first. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs here for Spillum, as the Nuggets will try and cut into this 2-0 deficit during this inning. He'll take that one for a ball, make it a 2-0 count. Spur getting a healthy lead off at first base, and a good secondary lead as well. We saw a few stolen bases in the first game. That'll be something to watch out for here in the second game as well. They talk about manufacturing runs at pretty much any level of baseball, pretty much as soon as you're allowed to start stealing bases. I remember, want to say it was 4th grade, for me at least. That's a good pitch in there for a strike to make it 3-1. But I remember, I believe it was 4th grade was the year that you could start stealing bases. Granted, I don't think you could get a leadoff, but let me tell you, those faster kids would take full advantage of that, as that one will be in the dirt for ball 4. So on a 3-1 count, that'll be a walk as Spillum will reach base. That'll put 2 runners on, and looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Spillum as well. It'll be Fensky taking over at first base in lieu of Spillum. I believe I used that term correctly. I'll admit, not 100% sure, but I'm sure someone will probably correct me if that's wrong. That one lined up the middle, nearly caught right there by Hagen. Hagen will fire over and get the lead runner. So he wasn't quite able to put the squeeze on the line drive right there, but he will get the lead runner. That's a heads-up play right there. It's a good first out of the inning there for the Trojans. And I talked about it during a few of the softball games, and I'll say it again. Thinking of the term spinning the clown right there when, look at those back at 'em balls or comebackers. Definitely can be a scary moment for pitchers right there. So I think definitely priority number 1 is good that Hagen is okay. The fact that he got the out right there is just icing on the cake. And the fact that it was the lead runner would probably be the sprinkles on the icing. First pitch in there for strike 1 to make it 0-1 count with 1 away. 2 runners on, 1 runner on second, 1 runner on first. That one's cut on and missed, and it's an 0-2 count. Hagen out in front here in this AB. Here's the 0-2. And he got him looking. Strike 3. That'll put away Ackery. That'll bring up Carlisle.
Right fielder. Bryant Carlisle.
And Bryant Carlisle hits one into the hole. Into the outfield and heading home. And second thoughts about that right there. Nearly heading home. Instead, that'll load the bases. as the courtesy runner Fensky will be held up. So chalk that up as a single right there for Brian Carlisle. And that'll load the bases here for Hawley with 2 outs.
Third baseman,
Dustin Gertis, the number 9 hitter with the bases loaded. He'll foul off. Maybe not fouled off, as a nice charging in, making the catch right there. Oh, it's Quincy Morey. So what looked to be a foul ball, but just kept spinning and spinning and spinning, found its way fair, and Quincy Morey turning on the Jets right there to get the catch and the out. And Hagen getting out of a bases-loaded jam. So no runs tacked on right there by the Nuggets. It's still a 2-0 ball game. Top of the 3rd inning coming up right here on Magnitude Sports after a quick message from your very generous sponsors. And we're back here on Magnitude Sports, about ready to get the top of the 3rd inning underway as Spillum will settle back onto the bump as he gets a few warm-up pitches in. Infielders getting their warm-ups in as well. Just a casual toss around. First baseman getting some action there in for the other infielders. And of course, usually, maybe not this time, except, actually, I stand corrected. I'm all over the place right now, but probably getting around the horn there for a good measure at the end as catcher will chuck over to the second baseman. So due up here for the Trojans, it's going to be the shortstop, Peyton Pana, who got the start in Game 1. He'll be at shortstop in Game 2. We saw him in shortstop Game 1 near the end as well when Hagen came in. So just pretty much a swap between Hagen and Pana. Pana will take that pitch for ball 1. Spillum will wind up on a 1-0 count and get a swing and a miss right there to even it up at 1 apiece. First AB here at the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Trojans. They got their 2 runs in the top of the 2nd. And that's been your scoring so far here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. That one grounded towards the shortstop. Throw just over the head of Spur, the first baseman. And Pana's going to round first and take second base right there off a throwing error. So off to second goes Pana. That'll put a runner in scoring position to start things off here for the Trojans. That'll bring up Noah Kraus with the runner on second and 0 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Chance to increase that lead from 2-0 to potentially more here with a base hit. So he'll take that first pitch inside for ball 1. (1-0) on the way. That one going to be popped up but foul. It heads over behind the stands. Hopefully not too far behind the stands, as that's exactly where I parked my car. I'll even up the count, though, at 1 apiece. And now Spillum will step off. Thinking about the runner at second, perhaps. As Pana gets a very healthy lead off there. Check back, and then he'll fire over. That one grounded up towards the shortstop again. Fired over to the first baseman, and a nice job right there by Spur, the first baseman, to keep his foot on the bag for out number 1. That will advance the runner, however. Pana now at third base. And that'll bring up Caleb Jablonski with one away. Have to imagine a fly ball into the outfield might score Pana from third here. Of course, you have to imagine a base hit certainly would. First pitch of the at-bat on the way, and that one will rifle in there for a strike, make the count 0-1. That one is going to be poked over towards the outfield and just at the edge of the dirt, making the catch as the shortstop right there. Nice play by Cleveguard, and that's out number 2. And now you can rule out any possibility of a sacrifice right here with 2 outs. It's all or nothing. As digging into the batter's box is going to be the catcher, Bryce Kruger. Looks like a little bit of an errant throw right here. I'll admit I just glanced down at the lineup card for a sec. But either way, it looks like that's going to be a run scoring for the Trojans here as Pana will go in home from third, and that'll make it a 3-0 game with 2 outs. I'll clear the bases, but I'm sure they'll take a run in exchange for that. 2 outs and an 0-0 count. That'll drop in for strike 1, and it's 3-0 for the Trojans in the top of the third. Second pitch of the AB on the way. That one down the middle but low for a ball. Even up the count at 1 apiece from Spillum. Spillum with a breaking ball right there. That one dribbling. It's going to be a tough play. Spillum barehanding it from his knees, and he can't quite make the play. So Kruger will reach safely at first. And we'll get a courtesy runner for Kruger. Looks like it's going to be Gray again. Gray, who scored a run in the second inning. Now come in for his courtesy runner spot yet again. I have to imagine Kruger, who getting the start at catcher, will get a chance now to go back to the dugout and don the tools of ignorance. That pitch fouled off right there. That'll make it an 0-1 count as Travis Affield digs in for another at-bat. 2 away here with a runner on first for Affield. Spillum's pitch on the way as Gray takes off for second, but it's fouled off. Over onto the other field behind the bullpen. So that'll make it an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Gray on first. Looks like he was gunning for second, and I'm sure with 2 strikes now we'll probably potentially have the green light here. And he does take off for second again. That one is going to be popped up towards the outfield. It's carrying into the gap, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Gray rounding third. He's going to head home, and sliding in safely to second is Affield. And it's 4-0 as Travis Affield gets a ribby. That's a run double. And the Trojans tacking home another run, and it's 4-0 with 2 runs in the second and 2 runs here in the third. Gray scoring his second run of the game. I'll bring up Carson Hagen. Hagen with 2 outs and a runner on second will take the first pitch for a ball. Throw back to the pitcher, getting past the pitcher there. Looks like Cleveguard, the shortstop, was there to scoop it up before any major calamity. Affield with the lead on second base. He'll look back at Affield, then fire towards home for the pitch. That one's a ball. 2-0 the count here with 2 outs. 2 runs scored in the second, 4 total for the Trojans as they lead 4-0 in the top of the third. Swung on and missed there. That'll be strike 1. Spillum getting Hagen to chase right there with a good pitch. Spillum from the stretch. And that one's grounded towards the third baseman. Throwing across the diamond and coming off the bag is Spur. So he won't be able to get the out, but he prevents potentially Hagen from reaching second and Affield from scoring. But it's another base runner for the Trojans right here, and here comes a meeting on the mound for Spillum. As the skipper and the infield will come in and talk things over, as the Trojans have really started to mount some of the pressure and tack home a few runs here, a lot of base runners. It's been a good start for the team in purple and not the greatest start so far for the team in maroon. Of course, if the first game is any indication, we still have a lot of ball left in this one. But you have to imagine they'll just talk things through, maybe try and get them through this inning, and depending on what their bullpen is looking at, what kind of arms they have available, maybe get a new face in there or maybe just talk them through. Well, actually, as soon as I say that, there will be a new man on the mound, as it's going to be Alex Bratch taking the hill here. He'll get some warm-ups in for the Nuggets as he'll try and get the final out of this inning here, and I'm assuming probably get a few more innings of work in him as well. Bratch, who played catcher in game one, going to be pitching here in game two, and I believe it's Thompson behind the plate. It is Thompson behind the plate. Can start to feel that breeze a little bit more through the window here as the sun starts to set a little bit more as it gets chillier and chillier here in Barnesville. Check my weather app and see exactly what the forecast is looking for tonight. That's another adjustment I've had to make here as I've transitioned over from basketball to baseball. Is outdoors, you have to be mindful of the elements here. It's listed at 61 degrees right now. Not sure how much I buy that, but still is a beautiful spring night for baseball as Hagen will take off for second. That'll be a stolen base for Carson Hagen. That'll put two runners in scoring position here with two outs. It's an 0-1 count after a swing and a miss. That one in the dirt but stopped by Thompson. That was an important stop because otherwise Affield would probably be charging home right now trying to get another run. So it'll even up the count at 1-1. That pitch will be taken for a strike by O'Brien. And it's a 1-2 count with two away. Bratch on a 1-2. That one just outside the zone. That'll even up the count at 2 apiece. The runner on second and a runner on third here for Barnesville. So base hit could score 1, potentially 2. That one is fouled off. Nice job right there just to get a piece of it. That was a tough pitch. Still 2-2 your count. Bratch looking for that third out. Won't get it right there as that one near the dirt and away for ball 3. Full count with 2 outs. Walk here would load the bases. An out would end the inning. And he gets the out to end the inning. Strike 3. Alex Bratch coming in for relief and stopping some of the bleeding. Big time K right there. That'll end the top of the third. But it's 2 more runs here for the Trojans as they jump out to a 4-0 lead. Barnesville up on top over Hawley. Hawley going to try and rally the bats right here in the bottom of the third. We'll be right back right after this word here from the Purple Goose.
The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I need to stop looking at the screen every time I play those Purple Goose and can't remember what the other one was called. I'll check. Purple Goose and Pitchfork. I don't know about you, but those ads are making me a little bit hungry. Thankfully, I did pack a snack in my car, but boy, I gotta tell you, nothing sounds better than freshly grilled hot dog and some peanuts and Cracker Jack, if you will, as we're out here at the ball game right now. It's a 4-0 ball game on our hands with the Trojans, the guests on the scoreboard and scoreboard only as we're here in Barnesville. But, of course, as I've said about 8 times already, but I'll say it one more time, Hawley being the home team here for Game 2 in this doubleheader. That's a new rule in the Minnesota season this year, presumably due to COVID. I think that's what Mike Mason, my boss and the head of Magnitude Sports, was telling me earlier. He's off doing a game right now in Cheyenne, I believe. They've got a softball game going on. If you want to see some softball action, that one underway. I'll check the final score in Game 1 of the softball game. 12-2 after 5, Cheyenne defeating Grand Forks Red River. Cheyenne scoring 9 of their 12 runs in the bottom of the 4th. So talk about a rally right there. That one is hit towards the third baseman. Well played right there. Judging the bounce perfectly. Hats off right there to Travis Affield to get the first out of the inning. Boy, I got to tell you, those bounces, those can be some really tough plays right there, especially even with a grass infield. Klevgard will dig in now for the second AB of the inning. He'll take that one for a ball to make it 1-0. You know, a lot of times at those lower levels when you're younger, you're looking at a, if you will, sand lot where you don't really have the luxury of the grass in the infield, but so those times you'll get really weird bounces, usually depending on how well, I don't want to say well maintained, because obviously this looks like some pretty healthy grass, and sometimes weird bounces are just weird bounces, but at least from my experience, you don't see too many as many weird bounces on a grass infield that you would on a dirt infield. As that pitch comes in for a strike to make it 1-2, which just makes that play even more impressive, that just able to, guess a little bit of luck, but just able to judge that bounce. That one going to trickle over towards the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, and Affield with the stretch, but the throw just couldn't get there in time. That would have been a heck of a play from Peyton Pana and Travis Affield had that been an out. But instead, I believe they'll rule that as an infield hit. So that'll get the base runners started in this inning for the Nuggets. I'll bring up Aiden Dahl as Klevgard reaches on an infield single. Dahl will take that for ball 1 with 1 away here, a runner on first. Klevgard, another one of those players that you have to keep an eye out on if he's running. And right on cue, Hagen will check back and fire back to first, try and get the pick off. One-0 count here for Aiden Dahl, who's in the outfield in this game. Chopper right there can't be grabbed cleanly by Pana. So Dahl will reach safely. That'll put a runner on second and a runner on first. 1 away. Now here's Spur batting cleanup. He flashed that cleanup power in the first game. He had a double, and he also had a solo shot home run as well. Ryan Spur take the first pitch low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hagen. That one will drop in for a strike, even up the count at 1 apiece with 1 away. That one had some movement on it, but just couldn't quite get back into the zone in time. That'll make it 2-1. Sort of reminds me in soccer when they're talking about trying to bend a shot in, they say it's always rising. That one was always dipping. That one will go in for a ball as well to make it 3-1. So hitters count right here. And Spear will take that one for a ball. That'll make it a full count, 3-2. And a big pitch on the way here with 1 out and 2 runners on. And that one outside for ball 4. Spear will take his base, and that'll load the bases. Spillum stepping into the batter's box. He's got a chance to do some damage right here. If you want to dream big if you're Hawley, one swing of the bat could tie the game. But I'm sure the Nuggets would take really any runs right here. First pitch gliding in there for a strike. 0-1 count with 1 away. Bases loaded. So the sacrifice is in play here with 1 out. As that one goes in for strike 2, a couple of nice pitches here from Carson Hagen. And now it's swinging time here if you're Spillum. And swing Spillum does as he fouls that one off to stay alive. Oh, 0-2 pitch to Spillum. That one is just low for a ball. Make it a 1-2 count. Hagen fires on a 1-2. That one outside for ball 2. Even count, here's the pitch. That one is chopped towards the third baseman, backing up, can't quite field it cleanly. Spillum heads over to first, and everyone's safe. That'll bring home the first run of the game for the Nuggets, and it's 4-1. A little bit of a chopper right there will bring home the runner from third. That'll keep the bases loaded. That'll bring up Thompson. One away. Here's the first pitch to Thompson. That one is cracked in towards the gap, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run will score, and heading home and gonna dodge the throw right there is Spear. Spillum will head to third. Thompson will head to second. 2 more runs come in, and that'll make it 4-3 with 1 out. And the Nuggets responding here. As looks like they'll get a courtesy runner. Gieslin will come in. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That'll bring up Joe Ackery. Ackery digging in. The Nuggets down only 1 here as he'll swing and a miss.
Courtesy runner in second has been Gieslin.
0-1 count here with 1 away for Ackery. 4-3 the score here. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run 120. That one is popped up. It's going to be caught by Olsen. And there will be no sacrifice right there as runner tagging but not advancing. Spillum will be held at third. And so now with a runner on second and a runner on third, it's 2 outs. And Bryant Carlisle. First pitch to Carlisle, that one popped up. Charging in and making the catch. Nearly a collision right there, but Barnesville will get the out that they need right there. Trojans probably breathing a sigh of relief right there as that could have gone a lot worse, but they'll take it. 3 runs tacked on, however, by the Hawley Nuggets as they cut the lead to 1. It's a 4-3 ball game here after 3 innings. Top of the 4th coming up here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll be right back with the action right after this quick word from the Barnesville Senex.
Barnesville Senex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. And don't forget that Barnesville Senex has the Caribou Coffee kiosk open each day as well. They're also your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Senex. Call them 218-354-2139 or stop in to get everything you need at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Senex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
Coming up now is the top of the fourth inning here in this ball game. Jack Olson due up here for the Trojans, and then after that it's the top of the order for Barnesville. Trojan pokes this one towards the outfield. That one high and towering. It's going to be an easy catch out there for the left fielder. One a pitch, one out to start off the inning for Bratch, who came in for relief for Spillum. Bratch now getting his first full inning of pitching here in this fourth inning. 4-3 your score as the Trojans still lead after that 3-run inning from the Nuggets. Quincy Morey digging into the batter's box now. He'll go down 0-1. Swing and a miss right there with one away. That one is lined towards right field, and that'll drop in. Firing over to first, nearly getting him out from the outfield. That would have been something. But Morey will dig it out and beat the throw and chalk that up as a single for Quincy Morey. He'll go to first base with one out, and stepping in will be Peyton Pana. Well, for those of you MLB fans, you used to see Ichiro do that a lot out in right field. He'd get the outfield assist, prevented a few singles from happening, and nearly saw it right there. Matter of fact, I actually had the privilege of seeing Ichiro do that in person once when Twins took on the Mariners at Target Field. 0-1 count after a swing and a miss right there to Pana. Morey taking off for second, and he'll slide in safely. That'll be a stolen base for Quincy Morey. There's that leadoff man's speed right there. That'll put him in scoring position with a 1-1 count and one out. Swing and a miss right there for Pana. Strike two as Bratch gets ahead in the count. Here's the 1-2. And he got him. Strike three swinging. Second out of the inning right there. Alex Bratch getting the K, who's starting to settle in on the mound after coming in for relief. Showing some good stuff, and he gets a strikeout right there, and now it's two away with a runner on second. Here's Noah Kraus. Kraus will foul that one back for strike one. Just missing that one. It's an 0-1 count with two away here for Kraus. Bratch's pitch is fouled back for strike two. Now staring at an 0-2 hole with two away. One strike away from getting out in the inning is Bratch. But a base hit away potentially from tacking on another run is Kraus. Morey, of course, flashing that speed on the stolen base. That pitch high for a ball to make it 1-2. Getting a very big leadoff as well. 1-2 to Kraus, and swung on and missed. Strike three. Bratch getting his second strikeout of the inning. That'll end the inning. There was one hit. Quincy Morey with a single and a stolen base to put him on second, but no runs scored off of that. So it's still a 4-3 ball game here after the top of the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up here for the Nuggets right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back now here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Due up for the Nuggets. It's going to be Gerdes. And after that, the top of the order with Bratch and Cleveguard. So Gerdes will step in for the leadoff AB of the fourth inning. That one right back at Hagen, and easy as you like right there, just coolly and calmly snagging it. Boy, I got to tell you, I don't know how those pitchers do it, man. Ball hit back at me like that, I'm hitting the deck, to say the least, and probably getting a mouthful of dirt. But they'll take the out instead, and here comes Alex Bratch, the leadoff hitter. He'll take that for strike one. One pitch on the way. That one will be just a bit low for ball one, even up the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 to Bratch will be lined but foul. So we'll make it a 1-2 count here. That one pulled just a little bit by the classic lefty pull hitter. That seems to be one of those, I don't know if you want to call them tropes in baseball, but everyone loves a good lefty pull hitter. And that one's going to be pulled towards the first baseman, but a nice grab right there by Affield. Drifting over and making the catch for the second out of the inning. And now 2 down here for the not the Trojans, the Nuggets. Here's Gavin Cleveguard digging in. Batting in the number 2 hole here for Hawley. That first pitch outside for ball one. Two away here. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. That one lined foul to even up the count at 1 apiece. Scoreline still 4-3 here with not Hawley. Looking at the guest and thinking Hawley, but with Barnesville holding on to a 1-run lead. They got 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third. Hawley getting 3 in the third. That's been your scoring so far. That's a good pitch. Knifing its way into the zone for a strike to make it 1-2. One strike away from ending this inning right here. And that one will be popped up towards the outfield. Fielders charging in, and a leaping catch right there to make the final out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down right there. Good pitching from Hagen. 0 runs scored for either team in that 4th inning as we approach the top of the 5th here. Your score on Magnitude Sports 4-3 in favor of the Trojans. And they're going to be due up and try and add to that lead. We'll be right back.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Top of the 5th inning coming up here on Magnitude Sports for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Trojans and the Nuggets. And stepping in the batter's box to lead things off here is going to be Caleb Jablonski. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. 4-3 your score. The Trojans leading by 1 run. 0-1 count, and that one is hit towards center field and can't quite make the play right there. The center fielder, he'll fire over to the second baseman, or the shortstop actually, excuse me. That'll be ruled as a single for Jablonski, and that'll get things started here for the Trojans in the top of the 5th. They look to hold on to their 1-run lead. Here's Kruger. Kruger will pop it up. Bratch charging in to try and make the catch, and he will. That'll be the first out of the inning off a foul ball. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Bring up Travis Affield. Been swinging the bat pretty well so far in this game. Also made a couple of nice plays from the first base spot in the field as well. That pitch high as sliding in, and Jablonski's going to be safe with a stolen base. That'll put him on second. Also be a 1-0 count after that ball here with 1 away in the top of the 5th. Affield fouls that one off to even up the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 will be fouled back for strike 2. Bratch on a 1-2 count will get it fouled off there as Affield stays alive. Still 1 out to play with here if you're Barnesville, as there's 1 down. You have to imagine they'd like him to reach base, as I'm sure any Trojan would. That one's going to be popped up high in towards the outfield. Charging in, making the catch as the center fielder. He'll fire over to the shortstop. Runner at second will hold, and that'll be out number 2 of the inning. And I'll bring up Carson Hagen. So Hagen will settle in with 2 outs and a runner on second as he'll try and bring the runner home here. Add some insurance to the Trojan lead. Bratch's pitch is inside for a strike, 0-1. That one inside and low for a ball. That'll even up the count at 1 apiece. That one high for a ball. 2-1 your count now with 2 away and a runner on second. And Hagen will hit that one out towards left field, but drifting over and making the easy catch to end the inning. That's your 3rd out of the inning. No runs tacked on right there by Barnesville as they leave a runner on second base. 4-3 your score as the Trojans hold on to their 1-run lead in a game that's rapidly advancing. We head towards the bottom of the 5th inning here for the Nuggets. They'll try again to cut into that deficit. They've had that 3-run inning here in the 3rd, but nothing outside of that. There's been some good pitching from Hagen. But we'll see if that continues or if the Nuggets bats can prevail this time around. We'll be right back. Let you chew on that a little bit and come right back with the bottom of the 5th inning here on Magnitude Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up here. A few changes around the diamond for the Trojans. Most notably, it's going to be Travis Affield going on to the bump, pitching in relief for Hagen, whose night is probably done on the mound after working up, I'd imagine, a decent pitch count between pitching in relief in Game 1 and getting the starting nod here in Game 2. Warm-ups will conclude there for Affield, who will try and keep this one-run lead here for the Trojans. Peyton Pana will also slide in over at first base. That'll be his first time seeing action there tonight. Affield's first pitch will be taken for a ball. As Aiden Dahl steps into the batter's box, batting in the coveted number 3 hole. Affield shakes off his catcher. Fires that one in for a strike, so good call by Affield right there. As you can see the little head shake before settling on his other pitch. He gets a swing and a miss to even up the count at 1 apiece. One, a little bit of off speed right there, but just outside the zone to make it 2-1. That one in the dirt low for a ball. Now 3-1. It's a hitter's count here for Aiden Dahl. Be interested to see if he opts to swing the bat or if he's going to just wait for a best possible pitch he can see. Well, he'll take that for ball 4. Imagine coach might have had a stroke right there. So we'll take his walk, put him on first base. I'll bring up Ryan Spear, the cleanup hitter. That pitch inside for ball 1. 1-0 count with a runner on first and 0 outs. Affield's pitch in the dirt for ball 2. That'll make it 2-0. Pickoff throw over to first as Dahl will slide in safely. Albeit maybe a bit of a close call, a little bit closer call, at least from this angle, than some of the other pickoff attempts earlier. So might just be a wake-up call right there for the runner at first, as Dahl will get a lead and Affield will get a strike in there to make it a 2-1 count. That one nicked foul, squeezed by the catcher. That'll make it 2-2. So an even count now here with a runner on first. Affield with the chance to get his first strikeout of the game. He'll fire over to first. Dahl getting back in there safely, hence why he's still on the bag. The 2-2 to Spear. That one is fouled off as Dahl takes off. So he'll have to trot back after attempting to swipe that bag. Count will remain at 2-2. And he got him, strike 3, got him looking. Spear not exactly looking thrilled with that call right there, but it'll be a backwards K. First strikeout of the game for Affield. First out of the inning. One away, and here's Spillum. And Dahl will take off for second. Throw not in time as Dahl slides in safely. That'll put him on second base after that steal. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That one is going to be popped up by Spillum. Pana heading over and making the catch. Nice play right there by Pana to get the out. That one was foul, but able to use that range and make the catch over towards where players might warm up pregame usually. I'll bring up Bailey Thompson with 2 away. Halffield from the stretch. As Thompson fouls off the first pitch to make it 0-1. Oh, 1 on the way. That one is going to be chopped foul. Making an 0-2 count, as that was a bit of a defensive swing right there, just kind of getting a piece of it. Oh-2 with 2 outs, 1 strike away from ending this inning. Halffield has his pitch fouled back. Still an 0-2 count. Halffield to Thompson. Thompson chops away at it foul. Staying alive in this at-bat. And swung on and missed. Strike 3. Halffield with his second strikeout of the inning. Big time punch out right there as Hawley will strand a runner on second. Your score still 4-3 here after 5 innings of action. Top of the 6th coming up here for Barnesville. We've got a good one on our hands. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Top of the 6th, second baseman Asher O'Brien.
Asher O'Brien will get things started here for the Trojans in the top of the 6th. As Bratch heads back out onto the mound. His first pitch taken for ball 1. 4-3 your score here. We've got a 1-run ball game on our hands in favor of the Trojans. Been a good one. Had a 1-run ball game in the first game as that one's grounded towards second. Firing over to first, and that's a 4-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. That was a 9-8 contest that was won by the Nuggets. It was at one point, I believe it was 2-7 in favor of Hawley in the 6th inning. Then Barnesville came to life with a 6-run 6th inning, ended up taking the lead. But Hawley stormed back with 2 more runs in the final 7th. And was able to come away with the victory. And we're here at this 6th inning now. Might we see a team with a defining inning here? As that one's going to be hit towards the outfield. And Dahl will make the play out in center for out number 2. That one was hit hard and deep, but just right at Dahl. That'll bring up the leadoff Quincy Morey. 2 away here. 2 quick outs here for Bratch and the Nuggets. As Morey takes a big chop for strike 1. A 1 pitch on the way. That one will not catch the edge of the zone, just outside. Good take for Morey for ball 1, even up the count. That one is popped straight up. Shortstop calling for it, and he got it. There's your 3rd out of the inning, and just like that, there's the end of the first half of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Still 4-3. Hawley have 6 more outs to try and make up a 1-run deficit. The drama continues to boil and simmer. Will it bubble over to a nice marinade? Will we have a nice ending to this game right here? Don't go anywhere. We should be in for a tasty finish here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be right back right after this.
The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Back now here for the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th to be precise. It's going to be Joey Ackery leading things off for the Nuggets as they face a 1-run deficit down the barrel here. 4-3 your score as Affield will head back out onto the mound. Had a quality inning in relief in last time around as that one's taken for ball 1. Notching a couple strikeouts, only allowing 1 base runner. Affield will get a swing and a miss right there for strike 1, even up the count at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. That one high for a ball. That one down the middle but low for a ball to make it 3-1. Big pitch on the way here from Affield. And he drops it in for a strike. 3-2 now, a full count. Now an even bigger pitch in this at-bat. Payoff on the way from Affield. And it's fouled off. Bit of movement on that off-speed pitch, it looked like right there, getting him to chase and fouling it off as Ackery. He'll stay alive at a 3-2 count. Three-two again, and that one's fouled back. Hitting the roof of the press box over here. So the third 3-2 on the way here. That one looks like it hit him, and it did. You would take his base either way, but might as well earn a bruise for it. So Ackery will head down to first base, and with no outs, runner on first, and that'll bring up Gerdes. Or Carlisle, excuse me. Right, Carlisle will dig in. Pickoff throw back to first. That one getting past Pon at first base, but not going too much farther, so no harm right there, at least from the Barnesville perspective. Here's the first pitch to Carlisle, who shows bunt. That one going to be bunted foul. And from the sounds of it, might have gotten a car. Well, the owner of a pickup who parked near the bleachers is going to not exactly have a pleasant walk back to the parking lot when this game is all said and done. Bunt shown right there, and I'll go in for strike two. I talked about in a few of my softball games how just really, I guess, throughout my career broadcasting here so far with Magnitude, been a lot of firsts. Well, you can check off another first right there. Carr getting hit by a foul ball. That pitch will be taken for a ball. I just got to say, I'm, in a weird, almost selfish way, I'm glad it's not mine because that was about 2 cars away from my car. That would have been something, getting my live reaction. 1-2 count there, as that one will be low for a ball to even up the count at 2 apiece. That one low to make it a full count now, 3-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th for the Nuggets. Full count to Carlisle. Carlisle will foul it off. So keep it at a full count here as he stays alive. Ackery, the runner at second. And that one will be behind him for ball 4. So I'll put Carlisle at first, Ackery at second. 2 runners on, and digging in now will be Gerdes. And looks like we'll have a meeting on the mound as Gerdes will head over to his third base coach and probably talk over their approach to this AB. We'll see if they get a new arm out on the mound or if they'll keep Affield in. There's a runner on first, a runner on second, and no outs. Barnesville clinging to that 1-run lead. And it's getting down to be crunch time here in this game as at the bottom of the 6th inning of 7 innings. Potentially more, of course. We might see extra innings based on the way this game has gone so far. Always hard to tell. Would not be opposed to some free baseball here on this beautiful evening. As you can see, the sun's starting to go down a little bit more, just kissing the field with golden rays. Got a nice camera here, but let me tell you, it's not doing the field view justice. I guess the metal fence probably does no favors, but certainly a postcard-esque view right now of the field right behind home plate. It's a nice little pre-sunset, I guess you will. It's not quite that quintessential Minnesota orange sunset that you sometimes get, but bunt will be shown right there. That'll be strike 1. Looks like runners taking off right there as well on the bunt, so we might be seeing a bit of a sacrifice bunt situation on our hands here. Of course, got to be careful with runners on first and second. Ripe opportunity for a double play here as well. Runners will take off on the bunt and not quite able to square up that bunt. It'll drop in for strike 2. Affield up 0-2 now. And right as I was about to say, it's about time to swing the bat now here. You could hear the third base coach saying, you got to forget about that now, and time to dig in and square up. That one's going to be popped up. Pana charging over. That one just over the fence. So not quite able to make a legendary catch and reach over the fence and snag it from foul territory. Of course, I'm pretty sure probably 99% of MLB players would not be able to make that play. So I don't know exactly what I was insinuating there, except for maybe a reference of a semi-obscure baseball video game. And 0-2, and Affield got him. Big-time strikeout right there from Travis Affield to get the first out of the inning. And now the runner on first and a runner on second. Things start to become a little more bearable here for Barnesville because they can look at trying to get that lead runner. And like I said earlier, potentially a double play to end the inning. That was a big strikeout right there, to say the least. Affield will drop that in for strike one. Oh, one pitch, that one high for a ball. Even up the count at 1-1 with one out. That one just outside the zone right there to make it 2-1. Bratch will settle back into the box now with a 2-1 count. It's a hitter's count for him. The leadoff hitter for Hawley. And that one is a nice pitch, catching the edge of the zone right there. That'll even up the count at 2-2. And Bratch fouls that one off. Nice job to stay alive. Could see him almost shorten up his swing a little bit right there. A lot of times when you're younger, coaches will tell you to choke up. It looks like he might have a slight bit of choking up right there, as I'm studying his hands. But regardless, nice quick swing right there to foul it off and stay alive. Here's the 2-2. And Bratch will foul it off again. Two to Bratch, and Bratch will pop it up foul again. That one, based off some of the chuckles from the crowd, probably nearly hitting another car there based off the spot where it went. Bratch will foul it off again, still staying alive. Been a very hard-fought battle here in this AB, a battle of wills between the pitcher and the hitter. Affield been putting in some pretty good spots, but got to tip your cap to the batter right there to be able to foul him off and stay alive. And that's a tough take right there. Make it a full count, and takes a lot of patience right there for a hitter to lay off that pitch. Especially on a two-strike count, but did look to be a little bit outside as throw back to second to check the runner. I know for sure, if I was in the batter box, I probably would have chased that one for strike three. So that's a full count, payoff pitch on the way here from Affield, and that one will be popped foul. Kruger tries to make the play, but goes over the backstop. Field will walk back to the bump now and try and finish off this AB. Bratch digs back in and will try and get on base. Three-two, and it's high for ball four. Bases loaded for Hawley with one away. And here comes Gavin Cleveguard. Golden opportunity for the Nuggets to strike right here. Affield's pitch is popped up. And making a charge for it. That's going to drop. Fair ball. Heading home and sliding in, and he got the force out. He got the runner out at home. What a play right there. And Barnesville's going to hold on to their lead. They got the force out at home. That's the important thing to remember right there. I myself actually almost forgot about that. With the bases loaded. So they get the lead runner and keep him from scoring at home, and now they have 2 away. That might be the play of the game right there as that first pitch is taken for a ball. But still, one more battle here for Affield as they'll face off against Dahl. Dahl will take a ball. It's 2-0. With 2 outs, any way that Dahl reaches base is going to score at least 1 here. That one will drop in for a strike, make the count 2-1. Fans on the edge of their seat here at Reed Field and what could be a game-defining AB. 2-1 is taken inside for ball 3. And now Dahl is 1 ball away from walking and bringing home the tying run. (3-1) from Affield. Popped up. Left fielder coming in to try and make the play, and he got him. Affield gets out of the inning, and it's still 4-3. Barnesville holds on to their lead. Hawley strands with the bases loaded and are not able to come away with a run. They got the play at the plate and then a pop out in left field. And Barnesville leads 4-3 after 6 innings. We've got 1 more inning of baseball here at Reed Field. The conclusion of this game coming up right here on Magnitude Sports. We've got a good one.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. And don't forget that Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee kiosk open each day as well. They're also your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call them 218-354-2139 or stop in to get everything you need at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
Well, here we go. It's crunch time. Do or die. It's Peyton Pana leading off the top of the 7th for the Barnesville Trojans. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1 from Bratch. Barnesville still with that 1-run 4-3 lead. That pitch is taken for a ball. Haven't seen any scoring since the 3rd inning when Barnesville tacked home 2 and Hawley tacked home 3. Since then, it's been nothing but zeros on the scoreboard so far as Bratch gets another swing and a miss for strike 2. He's ahead in the count over Pana. 1-2, and can't quite drop that one in the zone. That'll even up the count. Here is the 2-2. And he got him swinging. Strike 3. Alex Bratch with a big-time strikeout to start off the inning. 1 down and 2 outs remaining here for the Trojans as they'll try and add on to their lead. And if not, then it'll be Hawley who will try and tie the game up or take the lead. And of course, depending on how that goes, we may see more than 2 outs remaining here for Barnesville. That pitch fouled off for a strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Bratch. That one drops in for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 to Kraus, who lines it back foul. He'll stay alive in this at-bat. Kraus chops one towards the third baseman. Going to be a tough play. He knocks it down and coming off the bag and can't quite squeeze it. Spillum tried to get the tag there at the end, but instead it's going to be Kraus reaching base. That'll bring up Caleb Jablonski. The runner on first and one away. That was a great at-bat right there for Noah Kraus. Fighting off a couple of pitches and able to reach base at the end of it. Now with a big lead, it almost looked like he was about ready to take off. He'll head back to first after the pitcher steps off. Now Bratch will dig back in. And taking off is Kraus, and Kraus will be in sliding in. Another stolen base here for Barnesville as Kraus will head to second. That's big because not only is he in scoring position, but really essentially eliminates the potential possibility of a double play now too. And right on cue, that one's going to be hit over towards the second base by Jablonski. And had Kraus not stolen second there, that could have potentially been bad news for the Trojans. It'll still be out number 2 for Hawley here, but they have a runner on third now. It'll be Bryce Kruger digging in with a chance to knock home a run. Bratch's first pitch is a ball. Bratch's second pitch is a ball, that one down below the shins. Bratch's third pitch is a strike as that one catches the bottom part of the zone. Make it a 2-1 count. With 2 away here. The 2-1 swung on and missed by Kruger for strike 2. That'll even up the count. Bratch 1 strike away from ending this half inning, giving Hawley one final chance. But first he's got to get this out. That one is popped up. Heading over is the first baseman, and Spillum's going to make the catch. So that'll end the half inning there. No runs right there for the Trojans as it's still 4-3, and here we go. The final 3 outs of the game coming up here. Most likely, I should say, final 3 outs of the game coming up here for the Hawley Nuggets. Will they come back and steal this game, or at least tie it up, or will Barnesville go home happy? Well, we're going to have to do as all the game shows do and cut to a commercial before we can answer that question. So we'll be right back with the ending, most likely, of this game right after this.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, if you're a Hawley Nugget, these are the moments that you dream for right here when you're just a little kid hitting the ball around in the backyard. Bottom of the last inning, you're down 1 run. Will a Nugget step up and be a hero? Will it be Travis Affield and the Trojans? They'll get to play hero here as Affield will look to close this game out here. It's been 4-3 ever since the 3rd inning as we've had a few quick moving innings here. A lot of zeros on that scoreboard like I mentioned earlier. Barnesville just 3 outs away from notching the victory and getting a split here on the doubleheader. We had a 1-run game here in the first game as well, 9-8 in that one with Hawley taking home the victory. So it's been about as even as it can get between these two teams so far. 1-run victory for Hawley in Game 1 and potentially a 1-run victory for Barnesville in Game 2. At first, they got to get 3 outs, and standing in the way of those 3 outs is going to be Spur, Spillum, and Thompson. Those are the 3 due up for the Nuggets. Saw Spur hit a home run in the first game, so certainly his power not in question here. Of course, a home run would tie this game up here, but I'm sure that Hawley would just take any sort of reaching base. Spur will take that one for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Affield. That one cut on and missed. Big chop right there for strike 1. Maybe Spur hearing me talking about his power, trying to prove me right with that swing. But instead it'll be an even count. That one hit foul. I'll make it strike 2 as it crashes into the batting cage bullpen area. I'll make it 1-2. Hatfield shakes off his catcher twice. Let's see what he has in mind here with this pitch. And it's strike 3. Got him with the off speed right there. Good call by Hatfield. Shaking off his catcher not once but twice, but if you've got the stuff, you've got the stuff, and that was downright filthy right there by Hatfield for the first out of the inning. Now just 2 outs remaining. Here's Spillum. Spillum will hold off for ball 1. And he'll hold off for ball 2 as well, as that one's outside. 2-0 count with 1 out I should say. 1-run deficit here, 4-3 ball game. Barnesville leading in the bottom of the 7th and final inning. That one cut on and missed for strike 2. And it's a 2-2 count. Or excuse me, 2-1 actually. That one is going to be hit into the right fielder, and there to make the catch. 2 down now. And a nice catch right there by Quincy Morey. Bailey Thompson representing the tying run and potentially the last hope here for the Nuggets. Affield's pitch high and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. I'll be taken high for ball 2. Affield's pitch is low for ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count. Thompson looking to reach base and keep this game alive here for Hawley. I have to imagine it would be a dream pitch for him to swing right here, and then right on cue, he'll take that one for strike 1, now 3-1. Now the 3-1 from Affield, and that one is low for a ball 4. Thompson will take his base. And Hawley is not done yet. Time will be called here, it sounds like. Could hear from one of the umpires. Looks like they'll have a courtesy runner. That'll be Giesland, who will come in as the courtesy runner. Also be a meeting on the mound here for the Trojans as 2 outs remaining, 2 outs, 1 out remaining. A runner looming large at first base, however. Tying run at first base, and the winning run about to step into the batter's box. And that's Ackery. That was nearly a disaster right there as pickoff throw fired over there as they caught Gieslin off the base. Now Affield will step off. That pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 the count here. One 0 to Ackery. That one is swung on and missed off the helmet of the catcher. That's why they wear those. Of course, you have the face mask and you have the helmet part of it too, unless you're Yadier Molina, who prefers to wear a backwards baseball cap like in the olden days. But as technology has advanced, more and more information about head injuries and whatnot, especially with catchers. Those big shiny helmets sure come in handy. 1-1 pitch is going to be hit in towards the outfield. Going to be a tough play for the left fielder, and he can't make it. That'll be a single for Ackery, and that'll keep the game alive. Now 2 runners on. Bryant Carlisle digs in. Now the winning run standing at first base. Field's pitch is going to be hit over towards the left fielder who can't make the play. It drops fair. 1 run heading home, and they call the foul ball actually. So nearly what would have probably been a play at the plate to finish the game. Instead, we're going to have to hold our horses here as that was called a foul ball. And a collective sigh of relief amongst the Trojans here at Reed Field. So instead, it's just a hard hit strike. And there's strike 2. Cut on and missed right there by Carlisle. And now Affield just 1 strike away from ending this and getting the Barnesville Trojans a victory. Affield has it fouled off. Carlisle will stay alive. Live to see another pitch. I'd imagine that's just got to be the motto of Carlisle right now. Affield will shake off his catcher twice. He'll step off the mound. You have to imagine we've seen him go to that curveball and that off-speed breaking pitch a good amount for his strikeout pitch. If I was a betting man, I'd say that's what we're going to see here. And he switches it up. He goes fastball. That'll be taken for a ball. 1-2 the count now. And Carlisle lives to see another pitch. One, two. And that one's popped up. Kruger charging over, and that one's going to hit the netting. That connects to the backstop. So I'll keep this at-bat alive right here. Still at a 1-2 count with 2 away. Bottom of the 7th and final inning. Tying run at second base, winning run at first base. It all comes down to this. Affield, the 1-2. That one dribbled up the middle. Affield going to snag it and run over to first base and touch the bag. And he got him. And that's your ball game. We have ourselves a final 4-3, your score in favor of the Trojans as they take game 2 of this doubleheader. These two teams about as evenly matched as you can get, with Hawley getting a 1-run victory in game 1 and Barnesville getting a 1-run victory in game 2. We had some great baseball in our hands here at Reed Field today. Thank you guys all for tuning in today from wherever you may be. Once again, I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties that led to no scoreboard and a bit of a later start than I would have liked for this broadcast, but hopefully you guys were able to bear with it today. I had a blast doing these two games, and I'm sure each and every one of you had a blast watching these games. That's all for today here from Magnitude Sports for Eric Tiongson here at Reed Field. Once again, your final score 4-3 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. Game 1 going to the Hawley Nuggets 9-8. Split doubleheader between these two teams in what should be kickstarting a great season of baseball broadcasting here at Barnesville. I'm looking forward to it. Had a great time here today and hope to see you all again sometime soon. Have a good night, everyone.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.